Okay.
Okay. All right. There have been talks. Quite some few months ago,
Yeah.
the sports minister, Sunday Dare, set up a committee to, their main task was to restore the Lagos National Stadium. That's their main task. And we have the pleasure of talking with someone who is the co-chairman of that committee. We're talking about Omatseye the former AFN technical director, and he's also the co-chairman of this committee. And he joins us this morning. Good morning. It's good to have you join us.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm very,
It's good
very
to be on the show.
yeah, thanks for joining us once again. All right, let me just go straight to it. A lot of people will be expecting updates. What's happening with the Lagos Stadium, especially at the time where there's COVID. A lot of things have been altered. So, how much progress have we had in terms of the restoration, the plans? I know that things are in phases, but what are the updates that you can give us?
Well, the first update is that the one that concerns my committee is strictly,
Okay.
which is that of implementing the reports of the ministerial task force that was set up by the minister earlier in the year. With regards to that, we have done that. We have succeeded in ensuring that illegal occupants and the illegal structures are either removed or demolished. The place has been evicted of all sorts of businesses that were littering the place, that didn't make it, attractive to investors. That we have succeeded in doing. We're giving 8 weeks. In 6 weeks, we delivered on that. We're just waiting to officially present the report to the Honorable Minister. Of course, it was scheduled for tomorrow, but with the developments in the country now, I think that has to be put on hold in respect of what is happening. But as I'm talking to you now, the stadium has actually taken a new shape. It is getting back to its old shape. The place is neater, it's cleaner, it's now attractive to investor. And I can tell you that if not for these unfortunate events that are taking place now, the next phase was to commence immediately. The next phase is an adoption of the pitch and the main bowl, which had been touted all along, but it's confirmed that Sir Kensington Adebutu, also known as Baba Ijebu, has offered to adopt that particular pitch, just like Laji Aliko Dangote did for the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. So that is the next phase. Other phases that are coming up is that of concessioning of the different facilities. And with what I know from my position, a lot of people have actually put in bids for that, and the right committee will deal with that at the right time. But the immediate next phase is that of renovation of the stadium, and that is going to take place any moment from now.
Okay, that's a good one. It's good to know that everything is actually working according to plan. Now, Mr. Nisiaman, you just mentioned that the second phase will start soon. But how soon will this be? We understand that because of the NSAS protests across the country, maybe that's why it's being delayed. But how soon will it be if it cannot happen, as soon as like this Saturday, as you mentioned earlier?
Yes, like I said before, tomorrow would have been the day for the flag off. We would have submitted our report, and the next phase will start immediately. With the development, I think the minister in his wisdom also respected the situation and said we should put it on hold and see what happens. Also, what we are prepared for is a situation whereby facilities in and around the stadium could get back to life little by little, especially with the recent announcement that contact us will now be able to start. Our report also covered things like that, how we'll be able to manage athletes, manage businesses, manage stadium users as a whole, so that we will never get back to the position we were before. Our reports also contain things like how the stadium can be managed and maintained without recourse to too much of government funds, meaning that a PPP kind of arrangement is needed to sustain the stadium. It's actually far-reaching, and I hope and I wished that we're able to deliver that report as planned. But any moment from now, once things simmer down, I believe that those things will take off.
All right. I like the things that you've told us about. You've given us, talking about the process, the journey. I'm very sure a lot of sports fans also will want to know about the timeline. How soon can we get back to, normal activities? I mean, you've outlined all the processes, and I'm very happy. I'm also very happy about the fact that a plan for maintenance and sustenance is also in place. I like all of that. But just can you give us a timeline as to when, all the normal activities will be able to take place after all the restoration and everything is done at the stadium in Lagos?
Okay, for me, in my position, I'm not the ministry staff. I'm just called in to support this activity. For mine, the minister gave us 8 weeks, and in 6 weeks we delivered. It means that there is a timeline. I can't say for sure what the overall timeline is. I'm not in a position to say that. But if what we are seeing, the way the minister has handled this, our assignment, beginning with even the tax source position and ours shortly after, and immediately after, the next phase would have actually started. I can tell you that within the next 6 months to 8 months, we should be able to start seeing very good activities taking place in the stadium.
Okay, that's interesting to note. Now, let me talk about, people have been talking about the fact that most of the shops that were displaced and all, they may not be returning and everything. Are there plans for compensation for some of them or something like that?
The compensation is that, in fact, one would have wondered how we're able to succeed with our assignments without even one protest coming from anybody. The truth is that we engaged with them, we explained the situation, and we made them know that it is for the good of all, and we got their buy-in. Change management is a process that you need to understand very well, and if you know how to apply it, it will work for you. Exactly what has happened. Even those that have 6 months notice cooperated with us to say, well, since what we have planned is for the good of all, they would work with us to achieve it. Now, what was the thing we told them in return? We want a situation whereby the stadium is able to have a very good business structure and an area where businesses can be conducted without affecting the aesthetics of the property itself. So in the course of our assignment, we identified an area of the stadium that can be used for purpose. All businesses will be relocated there, and it will be managed and will be properly structured there. The minister, in our interim report, also put into that. The process is already on. The people that are already evicted will be given the right of first refusal to be able to have a go at such a facility that has been planned. And in no time, the drawings and the pictorial outlook of that facility will be put there for everybody to see. So they are considered actually in the new outlook of the stadium, and they are bought into it, and they are all happy for it.
All right. Thank you very much for all the updates that you have given. Thanks for taking our time to talk to us today. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. We've been chatting with the former AFN director, Omatseye, and CMI is also the co-chairman of the Ministerial Committee on the Restoration of the Lagos National Stadium. We need to go on a break right about now. When we return from that break, there's a lot to talk about. The English Premier League, the return of contact sports, the announcement yesterday, a lot of jubilation from people who have been inactive for a while, and a whole lot for you on Sports This Morning. John again.